Today I am going to explain what wrongful termination is, and we're going to start right now. Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Ortiz. I'm an employment lawyer in Burbank, California, and I am the owner of Ortiz Law Office. Today we are going to talk about wrongful termination and what that means to be wrongfully terminated. Now, before we dive into our discussion, just quick friendly reminder that this video is not legal advice. I'm just giving just a general overview, just general information. If you have specific questions about your specific situation, you should contact an employment attorney. Whenever we talk about wrongful termination, we first have to explain what at-will employment is. If you look inside your employee handbook at work, the odds are pretty strong that in the first couple of pages, your employee handbook says that you are an at-will employee, meaning that your employment can be terminated at any time for any reason, and you may quit at any time for any reason. But even if your employee handbook did not have that language, at-will employment is presumed under California law. And the only way that can be altered is if there's an express agreement to change at-will employment. That's very rare. Typically, where you see that is for high-level executives that have an employment contract in writing, negotiated. You'll see that with professional athletes. But for most of the population, probably 98% out there, most of us are at-will employees who can be let go at any time for any reason. Wrongful termination is essentially an exception to at-will employment. And there are two flavors of wrongful termination, generally speaking. The first is common law, okay? And common law, that's judge-made law. And then the second category generally is statutory. That would be laws that the California General Assembly passed and laws that the United States Congress have passed and signed into law. So whenever we are examining if a case is a wrongful termination case, we have to look at why was the employee fired? Okay, and is this reason an unlawful reason? Okay, does this reason undermine a public policy? Does this reason violate a statute? In California, we have a statute called the California Labor Code, section 1102.5. Generally speaking, that law protects an employee who discloses a violation of law to either somebody with authority to investigate on behalf of the employer, a supervisor, or to a governmental agency. So, one example would be if you work at a hospital, the hospital is violating state-mandated nursing to patient ratios. You file a complaint with the employer reporting that. That would, generally speaking, be protected under the law. And if you were fired for that reason, you would have a claim for wrongful termination. So what does it mean to actually sue for wrongful termination? What can you recover? Generally speaking, you can recover lost wages. You can recover the value of any fringe benefits that you lost. If your employer was contributing to a pension plan, you can recover that. You can also recover future damages. Now those are a little harder to recover. There are questions of proof. You have to convince the jury that you would have continued working at that employer and the employer wouldn't have fired you in the near future. But assuming you can prove those things, then in theory, you can recover your future wages all the way through retirement. Again, very hard to recover, but it's something that you can recover. The other general category of damages that you can recover is emotional distress. And that would be, upset feelings, anger, if you have suffered depression as a result of the termination, anxiety, all those negative, bad emotions that the employer, through its wrongful acts, made you suffer, you can recover for that. And you can also recover for that going forward into the future. And so, sometimes in some cases, I'll have a client who has, been in a certain profession all their life, and their career is their identity, and they're forced to have to go into a new field or start a new career, and that makes them upset. That makes them sad because they feel like they can no longer pursue their life's calling. Well, you can recover for the emotional upset that is caused by that. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to write them down below. Please click like and subscribe if you want me to continue making these videos. If you have suggestions for videos that you would like to see me make, feel free to comment down below too. I appreciate any feedback that I can get from you guys.